at, Pisces? Let's get into a reading. So I'm going to wing it. I'm going to wing it today. I want to see what's coming out for you. Keep an open mind. If you guys need anything, check it out down below, always. All right, let's see. Let's see what's coming in. What's going to be the energy around you, Pisces? What's going to be the energy around you? Hard work, dedication, effort, consistency. You know what I'm getting? Some of you have been putting in so much effort, work, and dedication. It's like you've conquered battles that were meant to break you, that were meant to destroy you, that were meant to keep you stuck. It's kind of like, have you ever went like mudding and the car that you're in, maybe it's a Jeep, gets stuck and you get out and you're trying to get it unstuck and that doesn't work. Instead of giving up, you continue to stay dedicated to the fact that you wanted a new beginning. You wanted something different. You wanted something better for yourself. And because of that, I'm gonna be honest with you, you a badass, Pisces. You did the damn thing. You've conquered battles and you've gotten through issues and problems and things that were meant to keep you stuck and stagnant. You did the damn thing. You could have even had to get to a place where you were in your masculine energy, and when you started really saying, okay, does this make sense? Is this logical? Is this practical? I don't care if I want it. I don't care if I have emotion for it or if I love it. I don't care if right now this is what I want to do. Does this make sense? And again, that could be like a job. Okay, I love this job. It's close to my home. But logically, I can't pay my bills. But logically, this isn't meant for me anymore. It's like you got to a place where you realized that the way that you were thinking about certain things wasn't enough anymore, wasn't working. Give me more. You're definitely on fire. Okay, you could be getting communication here coming up out of nowhere. What is this communication? Oh, you're going to be chatting with someone here coming up. Oh, okay. Some of you, there is someone in your environment that didn't mean to hurt you, but they could have. This is someone who really loves and cares about you, but someone who could be kind of keeping to themselves or staying in their own corner, their own lane. They could want to open up some sort of discussion with you, but they could be in the season of healing. Or they could be in the season of, I don't want to mess with you. I don't want to damage this more. What does that make me think of? It makes me think of someone where maybe you're talking to them, you're chatting with them, you're casually dating them, and maybe you guys want different things. Maybe you're ready to go full force into the future, and they're along the lines of, but I just got my chair. I've just sat down beside the road. What do you mean we're going full force? I'm good right here. Maybe they need to heal. Maybe they need to rest. Maybe they're tired. Maybe they need a moment of reflection. But it could also be an energy of, I thought we were walking together. I said we were going to the festival and you said, okay, you're game. What do you mean you're stopping halfway to the festival to sit on the side of the road and watch cars go by? I thought we were doing this together. This person could want to tell you something, but they might not have opened up yet to tell you. What is it that this person wants to tell you? Now, for some of you, you could be listening to your intuition when it comes to what you're transforming, what you're giving to, and what you're letting go of. Some of you right now could be feeling your emotions very heavily. Your emotions could be really heightened right now. You could be kind of keeping things close to your chest. Nobody knows if you're coming, if you're going. Nobody knows when you're going on vacation next, if you're going to be home tomorrow, what you're up to. You're doing a lot of things in silence because your intuition is telling you that that's what you need to do. But again, this could also be someone externally to you that really cares about you, and your intuition could be telling you that there's information or knowledge that they're keeping to themselves. This could be a message of truth. This could be a message of bad news. This could be a message that's going to allow you to understand something. So let's go back to the festival, okay? The example I was using. Let's say that you and your friend go to a festival and you're like, listen, the whole way we were coming, you said that you were going to walk the mile from the parking garage to the festival with me. You done brought your damn chair with you. Now you're sitting on the side of the road. We ain't even walked half of a mile yet. And you're kind of giving up on me. Maybe there's been a part of you that's been like, you know what, I'm not going to tell you what I'm feeling, what I'm thinking. I guess I'll just leave you here and I'm just going to keep tracking. What you don't know, though, might be something as simple as they might have a wound on their foot. They might be having a hard time walking because they got a hangnail and it's killing them. There could be something keeping someone kind of stuck, stagnant, or keeping them in a place where they're like, I mean, now that you're kind of pushing the horse, I guess I need to tell you. The reason I want to sit here is because I'm tired. The reason I want to sit here is because these new boots I just bought just rubbed a blister into my foot and I'm aching. That could be something that someone wants to tell you, but your intuition could be kind of questioning, but I don't get it. And you might be quick to be like, why are you doing this though? You said we were going to have fun and all of that. They might not be able to help it. They might be going through a season or a moment where it's a little bit of like life's kind of coming at them. And they don't want you to feel that they've betrayed you. They don't want you to feel that they're kind of backstabbing you or going to the festival with you for you to slow down. But there is a truth this person wants to tell you. Now, some of you are needing to open yourself up to communication or a new path, okay? Some of you, there's an opportunity for you to either date someone new, do something new in your career, or this could be a new path in your life, okay? This could be moving apartments. Maybe it's an apartment closer to where you work. Your intuition's telling you that you might have to make this choice or this decision prematurely. Your intuition's telling you that this might be a choice or a decision that you might need to make and your finances might be affected. This might be the choice or the decision where you don't tell nobody you're moving until the day of your moving. There is something here where you're gonna feel that something's up in the air and you're gonna have to take the action to get it out of being up in the air without any confirmation, without any reassurance, without any direction. And your intuition is guiding you. But are you going to have maybe a little bit of energy of, I don't know what to do. Maybe this ain't the right choice for me. Maybe I'm spending too much money. Maybe I'm not spending enough. Maybe I'm not making enough. There's a lot of maybes right now. And I think that you need to recognize that you have went through a lot of battles who have shown you that at the end of the day, you are dedicated to what you want. And the new beginning might be hard to get to. It might be hard to reach sometimes. But at the end of the day, you are on fucking fire and you are going to get what you want because you're not going to settle for anything less. What I just heard is every ending brings me a new me, and that's power within itself. That's what I heard. Okay, give me more for about the battles that you've conquered and where you're going. Yeah, the battles you've conquered could have been things that, again, were meant to block you. Paths that you shouldn't go down, but you were like, well, I wonder if I can jump this fence. Maybe you don't got to jump the fence. Maybe you just need to walk the fuck around the fence. There's the door. That's the energy I'm getting here. For far too long, you could have overcomplicated things, okay? For some of you, this could have also been a choice that was maybe hard to figure out. This could have been a choice that was hard to make. Because let's be honest, battles that are meant to break you, when someone is trying to break you, destroy your character, destroy your reputation, that can bring you down. When you feel like the whole world's against you, your family's against you, strangers are against you, it feels like every friend that you love doesn't love you the same way. Maybe the lover that you thought you were going to spend forever with, roadblock, something's happening there. That can really make you hit your knees, and sometimes it's really hard to get back up. When you're in that moment of your life, it's really hard to recognize, I feel like my whole life's falling apart, but there are things that are still here. There are things that I still need to be grateful for. And maybe sometimes that's something that you're not recognizing you should be grateful for. Here's an example. When my dad died, I remember I pity partied myself. I was pity party of one, okay? I pity partied myself to death. But when I really took my head out my butt and I looked around, I recognized that I had people that I was taking for granted. An example would be, I have nail techs who I would give my life for. I love them so much, and when I tell you I'd fight somebody for them, I'm not kidding. And they would do the same for me. But for far too long, I took them for granted. For far too long, I didn't realize, you know what, they're in my corner and I've got them. Every time I go in there, they're asking me how I am, what's been going on. And they know everyone in my life. That within itself is a sense of like dedication, loyalty. I knew if I called them right now and said, listen, I've got a problem, they would help me fix it, or they would figure out a way to fix it. At the end of the day, it's easy to take for granted the things that have always been there, or the things that are very subtle. But when you really get your head out of your butt and you start looking around, you recognize, okay, maybe that lover doesn't love me the way I want to be loved, but for my dog, I'm its whole world. And maybe sometimes that wasn't enough for you, but the universe is saying, listen, there's been so many things that you've been through that you shouldn't have overcome, that the devil didn't think you was going to overcome, yet here you are. And if you're going to continue to overcome it, you're going to have to continue to look at your blessings and look at all the things you have going for you and not against you. And because of that, you're lifting blockages. You're making choices that you once didn't want to make, wouldn't make, ignored. That's no longer a thing for you, okay? That's what I'm saying here. And a lot of you, this could be things that's happening very quickly. Like very quickly. It could be an energy of like, once you get started, there is no stopping you. Once you start cutting people off and leaving people where the hell they had you picked up, there is no stopping you. That's your energy. Give me more for the battles that you've conquered. Yes, the devil. The devil just come out sideways. And the Two of Cups. Do you know what I'm getting? Some of you, there was a twin flame or a soulmate that you were kind of infatuated with, obsessed with, intoxicated by. But you could have recognized that it was not healthy for you, or that it wasn't that at all. It could have been a karmic relationship. It could have been a trauma bond. It could have been that kind of bond where you guys bonded over the negative, and then the relationship it manifested more negative. For some of you, this could have been someone where I definitely feel for some of you, there was something that you loved and you cared for or about, but it was your demise. So what does that make me think of? That it doesn't always have to be a lover. It could be a lover. It could be the lover who was taking you down to your knees and you were asking the good Lord, why did you have such a crappy lover? Well, because they weren't who, one, you thought they were, but it also was an energy of, this person's not your forever. They're here to break you. Break down the parts of you that no longer need to be a part of you. They're here to break down the parts of you that are no longer valid. They're here to break down the parts of you that thinks the way that you think that makes you deal with them. So, for some of you, you even had someone around you that was like a karmic to you, and they could have projected their insecurities, their issues, their problems onto you. And you being able to overcome that and say, this isn't it. I'm taking action. I'm done. We're out. We're gone. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. I'll catch you later. Got a lead foot down on my accelerator. Okay? Whoever that is, that person is discontent. So if you did leave someone behind, or if there was a cycle in your life where you felt like loving that person was destroying you, or making you lose yourself, or break yourself down into little pieces, I want you to know that they're not satisfied with where things are at, but there's also an energy of, this is a missed opportunity until action is taken, and I'm not taking action. That's your energy. Give me more for the... Yeah, and all of this could have given you a moment for you to do self-reflection. You could have felt stuck. You could have felt like everyone else's life was progressing, everyone else was getting what they wanted, but you weren't. That could have been how you were feeling. And you could have said, why? Why is it that Sally next door is moving on? Why is it that Bill's moving on? Why is it that the whole world's moving on, yet I feel stuck? I feel stagnant. Well, the reason why is because you needed to get a different perspective. You needed to take that moment, however long that moment was, and recognize that if something is stuck, if something is stagnant, it is for a reason, okay? It's to teach us something. And sometimes it's to teach us to work harder. So again, let's use the example of a Jeep being stuck in the mud. If you try one time to get it out and it don't get out, what are we going to do? We just going to leave it? No, we're not. We're going to start figuring out, okay, can someone pull us out? Does anyone have any wood planks that we can put under the tires? We're going to start problem solving. And that's what this season of your life made you do. It made you start becoming a problem solver in a way that maybe you once were scared of being. Again, some of you could have been scared of being the bad guy or scared of giving up on something that you didn't want to give up on. Now, I do see that someone could be trying to manifest you back because they're really dissatisfied with where this is at. But with that energy, them trying to manifest you back is telling me that they're not an action taker. Do you want to be with someone who's not an action taker? Do you want to be with someone who just thinks that they want you? Thinks that you guys would be good together? Or do you want someone who's going to come in and have honest communication with you? That's going to be up to you. So give me more on the battles that you've conquered. Yeah, you've conquered a lot of your karma. At some point, the divine could have even intervened and said, okay, enough's enough. You've been grateful, you've been positive, and it's now time for you to see that you've been attracting success. You've not been doing this for nothing. I heard the lyric, bitch, I ain't doing this shit for nothing. I'm here to get it popping, hopping. Let's ride up in the Benz, hair blowing in the winds. Hair blowing in the wind and glistening off your skin. That's what I was listening to. That's what I was hearing. So yeah, and I'm also seeing that the universe is saying you're also going to have a lot of peace coming up. Starting in your present moment, going into your future. A lot of peace emotionally. A lot of peace as an individual. A lot of peace when it comes to what you're feeling, what you're thinking, and where you're going. So where you've once maybe been unsure. Was that the right choice? Should I have quit that job? Should I have left that lover high and dry? Should I have blocked that mother? You now have peace. If you ever once were unsure if it was the right choice, unsure if it was the right decision for you, you're now at a place where you're like, you know what? I have peace with all my choices. I did the best I could in that moment. I tried and it wasn't enough. But I also know that if it was meant to be mine, me trying would have been enough. So I have peace at knowing that the people I wanted to be with, who I'm not with, it wasn't meant to be. The jobs I was supposed to have where I'm not there, there's things I don't know. That home that I really wanted to buy, but I don't know why, maybe there's something wrong with it and I don't know. That's where you're at. And you're really getting to a place where you're starting to recognize that maybe this journey hasn't been about other people. It's always been about you and getting connected to your intuition. You being able to guide yourself without any doubt, any second guessing. Give me a little bit more and I'm going to wrap this up. I see you opening up. I see you possibly getting maybe a lot of gifts. You could be getting... So what am I seeing? I'm seeing that you could be getting things that you don't expect because you are so receptive right now. I'm also seeing that there is someone that you're either in the process of building with now, or it will be here coming up soon. You're going to be in the process of building some sort of foundation. I see that the foundation is going to be a lover. So again, this is either someone you're with now, or this is going to be someone you're going to be meeting in the near future. It's going to be a foundation that's very stable. It's going to be a foundation that you guys build slowly. It's going to be a foundation that's very balanced. It's going to be a foundation where there's a lot of generosity. You guys are not going to be scared of, oh my God, I did this for you. You didn't do this for me. That's not this love relationship. There's a lot of fairness. There's a lot of equality. This person's going to be really big on trying to assist you as well. So this person could be the kind of person where they are like an acts of service. That's how they show their love. So what does that mean? This could be a woman where maybe before you go to work, you make a comment. You're like, oh, fuck, I need to go get the oil changed in the truck. She might make a mental note. She might be like, oh, okay, you know what? I might have time to do that today. I'll do it. She takes it. She gets it done for you. You come home from work. Because let's say you drove a different car. You come home from work and you guys are about to eat dinner. And she goes, oh, by the way, I got the oil changed in the truck today. I know you mentioned it. I hope that's okay. Not a big deal. This person is going to be so excited that you not only went out of your way, at least that's how they feel, to be so generous and giving to them but they're also going to do the same for you. I'm definitely seeing in this relationship, acts of service is going to be a huge thing, okay? That could just be how both of you love, or that could be how they love and how they want to be loved, just to let you know, okay? I am seeing right now that this person is a little scared, okay? Someone here is a little scared of building something, but there's breakthrough energy. Someone here is making a decisive plan, a decisive choice. So what I'm saying here is that someone has been kind of resisting, but the resistance is about to stop. Now, Pisces, if you've been single, this could be you. For far too long, you could have been trying to protect yourself and then realizing that you're protecting yourself from exactly what you want. Here's an example. Let's say that you're single and you're like, Danielle, I want the love of my life. I want all of these things, but I'm scared. Okay, well, you can act from a place of being scared, but let's be realistic. If you're terrified to get to someone, you're never going to have those beautiful moments. You're never going to open yourself up to the possibility of something magnificent and beautiful because of the, well, what if it goes bad? What if it goes toxic? What if who they show me they are is not who they truly are? Okay, that's right, that's fair, that's great, that's grand. But if you're quick to protect yourself from what you think reality is going to be, not what reality truly is, you might protect yourself from the future that you want. And some of you, if you've been single, your intuition could be telling you that you are really kind of staying close to yourself and things of that sort, but that it's kind of doing more damage to you and you clinging to your old ways or staying in an energy of kind of resisting something new, something deep, something solid is starting to take a toll on you because how you're acting isn't aligning with what you want. You can sit here all day in the comments and say, I want this kind of love, I want this, I want this. That's going to take compromising. That's going to take sacrificing. That's going to take you putting your fears to the back and go, I'm fucking terrified of you hurting me, but I will also take this risk because at this moment, I'm okay with being hurt. I don't want to be hurt, but I'm going to have to take a gamble. I'm going to have to take a risk to decide whether or not I can trust you. That's going to be the only way you're going to be able to trust someone and see that they don't want to hurt you. But if you are quick to say, well, you know, my ex, John, he cheated on me. Okay, well, maybe this new person or the person you're meant to be with isn't like John. And maybe, just maybe, you're trying to protect yourself from something great simply because, one, you might not be completely healed, but you're also trying to protect yourself from the what ifs, not the actual reality. 9 times out of 10, if someone reminds you of somebody from your past, you're more likely to take yourself out of it as soon as you recognize it. So trust yourself. Trust that you know what is right for you, what is wrong, and that as soon as you see something that you can't tolerate, you can jump ship. You can jump ship. Give yourself that permission to love someone or get to know someone, but still give yourself the permission to jump ship if they're not who they claim to be or they're not right for you. And that's okay. And I think that's something your intuition could also be telling you. So I see amazing things for you. I think you just need to know that you're a badass and just keep doing what you're doing. Leaving it here. Have a blessed day.